Hello, Billy. Well, I had the privilege of being at the concert in Maui. I'm representing Nippon TV from Japan. What I'd like to ask you is, when you have a concert, do you think it's a similar feeling to the players going into Super Sunday?
I don't know. I never played on Super Sunday.
All right, then a tougher question. Of the two teams,
this is a tougher one than that.
do you have a favorite between the two? Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? I have no idea. I don't know. You know, I was rooting for New York, so.
We have a question here on the left.
Luke Smith from Sky Sports in the UK. Billy, your fans in the UK will be delighted to see that you're singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Do you have a message for your fans in the UK?
I'm not really a message guy. Let's put it this way. It's a tough song. It's not the greatest song ever written. I mean, what it represents is a terrific thing, but America the Beautiful is actually a better song. But you know, it was written in a, this isn't my message, obviously. It was written early in the 19th century, and that's the vernacular that's used in the song, so nobody remembers the lyrics because they really don't know what they mean. And the melody's difficult, everybody drops out on the high notes. So it's just a kind of a slog, actually.
We have a question right here in the front.
Yes, you're.
I guess that you were just cut off.
Front row right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big stage for you. What will it mean for you emotionally to sing such a powerful song?
Well, I did it at the Stanley Cup, I did it at the World Series, I did it at Super Bowl 23, so I'm kind of an old dinosaur doing this now.
Question on the left here, please.
My name is Ishmael Trevino from W Radio in Colombia for Billy Joel. How do you feel to be the first performer to sing the national anthem twice in the Super Bowl?
Well, I don't know, I haven't done it yet.
Expectations, at least.
Expectations? Hey. I think it'll be fun. I mean, I'm just doing the anthem, I ain't doing the halftime show. Briggs is doing the work.
We had a question here on the right.
Billy, Andrew Rosario, Sports New York Style, right in front of you.
Oh,
right
hi.
here. How are you? What is it? You did a duet with Ray Charles, grand piano, baby piano.
Baby Grand.
Right. What was that? What was that like working with Ray?
Well, at first it was scary, because Ray walked in, he looked just like Ray Charles. And it was like the Washington Monument walking into the studio, and I was a little bit terrified. And especially the way he does a count off. You know, if it's in 4/4 time, usually a count off is 1, 2, 3, 4 on a slow song. Ray's count off was 1, 2, and we all looked at each other like, oh my God, we're gonna, you know, last up in the intro. But we broke the ice because rather than singing right away, we both laid down piano tracks, and that's a good way for me to feel comfortable, and for musicians to get to know each other. We kind of talk to each other with the acts, and after that, it was much more comfortable, and he was great to work with. It was really inspiring.
We have a question on the far right here.
Yes, Billy.
You got any water?
Yeah, sure.
I don't.
Water,
So what did they say in here?
Yeah, sure. We have an Aquafina ball stage somewhere here.
Over here, sorry. You hadn't put out a new album in a while. Are the creative juices still there over here? And we were also talking about, I don't know if anyone's ever said this to you before, but you kind of morphed into a much younger version of noted Meshuggah comic Alan King.
Is that a question?
Yes.
What's the question?
Well, you just kind of look like him. I was just wondering if anyone's ever told you that. We were discussing that earlier.
Yeah, I heard that before. You know, look, I ain't no matinee idol. I never have been. So, what was the first part?
Creative juices, are they still flowing in you?
There is no new album.
I know. Is there going to be, though, at some point?
I don't know. If I feel like writing an album, I'll write an album. To date, I don't feel like writing one.
We have a question here on the right.
Hey Billy, Rich Taylor, ESPN Columbia. A lot of folks over time have put their own personal signature into the national anthem, sometimes to the point of it doesn't sound like the what it used to sound like. Are you for that kind of thing? Is that just an artist being creative, or is that an artist being selfish and trying to take a song that's meant for one thing and make it into their own signature song?
No, I think you should pretty much stick to the drawing board. Like I said, it's a difficult song to begin with. Why make it more difficult than it is? I think just giving it the right feel is important, but stretching it beyond its recognition, that's not my thing.
Question here on the left.
Hi, Billy. Just a quick question. Which of the New York teams would you rather see in the Super Bowl?
The Jets or Giants, Billy?
Yeah.
I have to put you on the
You
spot.
put me on the spot, man. Giants.
Okay, we have a
But I
question.
love the Jets too. I love everybody. Wherever I'm selling records and concert tickets, I have them.
We have a question here from Bill.
Yeah, Billy, over here.
Where?
Bill Paschke, LA Times. If you timed your anthem out yet, do you know there's a lot of talk about how long the anthem takes on Super Bowl Sunday? What's your feeling about that?
I heard about that.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, the NFL has a choreography, so I got to try to kind of follow what their timing things, or their desired timing. The last time I did it was in 23, Super Bowl 23, and I came in about 127. But I don't really know. And I'm only saying that because I might be betting myself.
We'll have to see about that. We have a question here on the far right.
Billy, over here. Steve Miller, WBBM Radio, Chicago.
I like your records, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Haven't heard that today yet. There are a lot of us radio reporters in the audience who unfortunately don't have the benefit of pictures. Could I ask you to sing a few bars of a Chicago song?
Yeah?
Would you please do it?
Nah.
Why not?
I'm just doing a press conference. I'm not here to entertain anybody.
We have a question on the left over here.
But you know what, radio, you're better off not having pictures of me. I always did better without pictures. So.
On the left.
Hi, Faye Fredericks, KPNX TV out of Phoenix. Billy, do you ever get nervous still? And what goes through your mind as you're singing?
Do I ever get nervous? Well, the first night of a new tour, yeah, I get a little, not nervous, I just get a little trepidation. I think I should have rehearsed more because I hate to rehearse. So right before I go on, I go, I should have rehearsed more. But then I walk on stage and that's my job, that's my office, so that's what I do. What was the other part of the question?
What will be going through your mind, or what goes through your mind as you're singing the national anthem in front of such a huge audience?
Don't forget the words.
We'll go with a couple more questions. One over here on the right.
Yeah, on your right-hand side is Esteban Macias, TV Azteca, Mexico. The first one would be, I can imagine that since that Super Bowl 23, am I right, you performed the national anthem, you didn't have a press crowd like this at the time. How do you think the Super Bowl has evolved into an entertainment show, probably more than a sports show per se?
Well, I think people have always recognized that it is a form of entertainment. It's the biggest television day of the year. It's the biggest event for that medium. No, I didn't do a press conference before Super Bowl 23. I just kind of went out and sang the song. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm doing this to sing the national anthem. I mean, you know, Prince doing a halftime show. He's the guy who really should be doing all of this, just singing the national anthem.
Okay, we're going to take two more questions. We'll go back here with Chris.
Billy, what are your impressions of Prince, the singing, his dancing?
I think he's brilliant. He's one of the most talented people in the industry today.
Okay, we have a final question here coming in the back.
That's it?
One more, Billy.
Hi, Billy. I'm over here. Lisa Petrola from CBS in Miami, way in the back. Keep going this way.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see with the flash.
I know. Nice to see you. And I know South Florida is now your second home. How are you enjoying it? I see you're kind of the man about town. You having fun here in Miami, sort of the New York Southeast?
Hell yeah. I've been watching the weather up north and just kind of,
That's right.
chuckling a little bit. Well, I could be there, but I'm here. It's nice.
Favorite part? Favorite part?
Favorite part of Miami?
Yeah.
The water.
Water. Great way to end here, Billy. That's Billy Joel, our national anthem performer. Thank you, Billy.
Miami, way in the back.